Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And we're wanting to bring you information on all of the candidates running for public office. Down in District 8, we have Chucky Farkas running for Parish Council. Chucky, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Glad you're joining us. We appreciate that. Let's tell the people at home a little bit about you.
I was 30 years. I've been a welder, certified welder by trade, and I've been a commercial fisherman all my life also.
Wow.
I've been a shrimper, crabber. I'm from Chauvin, born and raised from Cocodrie to Chauvin, that area. I never left Chauvin. I'm a cancer survivor.
Right. That's where we first met. And you've been living in District 8 your whole life.
Yeah, 52 years.
52 years right there in District 8. And so what is it about District 8 that makes it so special?
To me, it's a home. I've been there all my life, and my heart and soul's into the place,
Right.
Just like the parish, and I decided to run for council to make a difference.
Okay. What are some of those things that you feel like need to change, either in the parish level or specifically in District 8?
Everybody I talk to, they are complaining about roads.
Okay.
District 8, as far as I know, is the only one with cattle gate bridges left. They have 3 cattle gate bridges from Smith Ridge to Lower Chauvin.
Right.
And they kind of outdated,
Yeah, we don't really use those anymore, right?
No. It needs to be replaced, or something needs to happen to it, because Toussaint Foray Bridge and Chauvin Bridge are in bad shape.
Okay.
And everybody's complaining about the roads, the bridges, drainage, like on the back of Ward 7 levee, the drainage canal. Parish right-of-ways are not being kept up. They have stuff in the drainage ditch that's not being pulled out. People wanting that pulled out. And a lot of people are concerned about the 2 lakes, Lake Robinson, Lake Boudreaux, being inside the protection levee system of potential flooding of Chauvin, Grand Kaya, Dulac, and like Woodland Ranch Road. I'm using as an example,
Right.
Not sure how far it would go, but people are concerned about that, and they're concerned about flood insurance, and high insurance rates. At the parish level, I don't think we can reduce. We can't reduce it, but we could talk to delegation to try and help reduce it. That's going to be a big issue. That's a big issue because a lot of homeowners that own their homes have to carry the insurance, and it's a major problem. And I was asked the question, what can I do to stop people from leaving Terrebonne Parish and bring people in? But with the insurance, the way it is, high like it is, it's going to be hard to do either one, And the southern end of the parish, fishermen are taking hit after hit after hit, and they are really feeling it right now.
Okay. And what are some of the areas where they are really experiencing the difficulty, the fishermen?
That's across the parish.
Okay.
It's not just one specific, it's across the parish.
Okay. Is it because of some of the limits? Is it because of some of the regulations?
It's price.
Okay. So we're just not getting
No.
what we need for the seafood that they're bringing in.
No.
And it's something you know a great deal about.
Oh,
It's been your
doing
life's
it
work.
since I've been 5 years old with my dad.
Right.
And, it's been a struggle.
Right.
Right now, it's a real struggle. The struggle's real.
Yeah.
And if people don't think the fishermen are taking a hit, they're taking major hits.
Yeah.
And
so one of those things that's interesting, you talk about the flooding area, Marganza to the Gulf has done a really good job, but a lot of those waterways, like you're mentioning, those 2 specific waterways or those lakes are inside of the levee. So where
Yes.
does that water go, right?
Correct.
And so I know that we've done a great deal of work in trying to figure out how to pump that water out. But that's something that people are concerned about, right?
Yes,
and then if
sir.
you're worried about flooding and you're worried about paying your flood insurance, those go hand in hand.
Right, correct.
Okay.
And it's a real issue that needs to be worked on and try and resolve that. If you want to bring people in, you can't you can't have the highest tax. One of the no, I'm not saying highest tax parish, but we are one of the higher
Right.
tax
Right.
parish in the state. And it's hard to bring people in when you tax that much, and the flood insurance, and it's very difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when you can't make enough money at the living that you have, because we, down in District 8, we have a lot of commercial fishermen.
Oh,
right?
yes,
So
sir.
if you can't really bring the money in that you need,
No.
and they're getting the difficulty that they are getting price for seafood, and you can't really ask them to invest the amount of money they need for flood insurance, and then it's difficult to get other people to come down to do that same thing.
That's exactly right.
Okay,
You
so
gotta-
that's what the people are telling you.
You got to keep in mind also, the fishermen that are in Terrebonne Parish are getting old. They are getting old.
We may need that
And they're
next
getting
generation.
tired, and, there's none of us as fishermen wants our kids to be fishermen because it's so difficult. So we send our kids to college, get a college education.
And so we don't have that next generation of fishermen.
Right. Once we gone,
We
and
need
that's
to we
it.
need to attract those other people.
No.
Well, Chucky, I thank you for coming on and sharing with us some of the concerns of people in District 8. Want to wish you well in the race and wish you well for the election that's coming up. We appreciate you coming in today.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You got it. All right, guys, that'll do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. We got a whole lot more local programming right here on HTV.